Shot Garage. Today we're going to change some brakes. We got this Honda here, this Triumph over here. They're both drum brakes and they both need to be replaced. Lever up here, and you squeeze the lever, comes down, engages this thing, goes like that. Brake shoes expand and hit the outside of this hub shell. This is a hub shell, and then it slows your wheel down.
And the same brakes are on this bike?
Exactly the same brakes.
So we have
Fuck it. They don't set it on the fender though, it's all loose and shit.
what do you think about this apprentice?
I don't think he knows what he's doing. It's his motorcycle though.
Just gotta remember that the lock washer goes towards the road.
The wheel should fall right out of there. Might take a good stomp. Sweet.
Alright.
Look at that. A tire. Or a wheel.
So our problem with this is there's no center stand. When we get this wheel off, you know, it's just gonna fall over. So I think our bright idea is to hang it from the ceiling, and maybe that'll take care of it. But this is what Give It a Shot Garage is about. Trying, possibly failing, or doing it.
So you think you can just fucking take my job and I have to do your shitty job?
Fuck yeah.
To get this stuff to work, all you have to do is look at it long enough and it'll make sense, because there's really not much to it. Alright, so the nails that we sunk in that we put in the ceiling aren't really enough. They're bending under the weight of this thing. So we're just gonna add a couple more. Alright, the parts we're after are inside of here. I'll start by just removing this and then shaking it around a little bit and seeing what happens. 5/8, wrong drawer. That's good. A 19mm. Here it is. I'm trying to get this shitty rusty bolt off of here. People say put some oil in there or whatever, but I don't have time for that. And when I try to turn it, that's no good. So I'm using another wrench as a cheater bar on this brake mount thing, and I'm just gonna. Oh, yep. Look at that. Look at that.
Holy smokes.
This is dirt from somewhere, maybe England in the 1960s. They're primitive brakes, but they're slightly effective. That's why it's important that we replace the pads when we can, because you don't get much out of these. But when they're bad, they're really bad, and when they're really good, they're just okay. I have no idea how to get this fucking thing off. You gotta figure it out. And you're sitting there and your shit's apart and it doesn't work and you need to find the answers and you're sad. There's always a way.
What is that method?
It's called old brakes getting off no matter what. This is the old one. It looks like it's made out of cork or some shit. Probably just a bunch of sawdust. I hope these are the right sizes. These could very well... Oh! I don't think these are the right brakes for this bike. No, they're definitely not. They're way too small.
That sucks.
There's no way that these are gonna work.
You definitely can't ride it like this.
This is why we shoot ahead of time.
Why didn't you get the right ones?
Well, I did my best. I took it to an expert. This was their best guess. So that's just part of having an old bike. You have to... Sometimes you fuck up. Oh yeah. It would be fine. It would be going down the street right now.
Why don't you just try to ride it like that?
I guess if you have any rollerblades I can put the front forks into, I'd probably be fine.
Neither of you can ride your motorcycles. They're fucking... One's hanging from a ceiling. The other one's on a shitty piece of wood.
We don't know how to get this thing apart. And we tried all the tricks in the book, like slashing it with a flathead screwdriver and smashing it with a hammer, and that's all we got. We're just going to use a different hammer. We're going to use an axe. Obviously this bike is ruined. We need a new one.
Yeah, you should probably sell it, huh?
Yeah, it's over.
Top tip, get an iPad.
We're not using that. We're 24 hours later. We had a give up garage last night. We're back on the horse. we realized that we can still use these old brake shoes. I'm just gonna scuff these up a little bit. And we're gonna go ahead and reinstall them, clean everything up, put everything back together, and hopefully we can get this crappy ass chopper back on the road. Is that all you got? There we go. Do you remember how this goes back on?
Yeah, man, it just fits in there nicely.
It's just fumbling around. Bunch of fumbling. Put the shit. You want to get the hammer? It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks fine, man. It's a fucking thing.
It's yes, it is a thing.
There we go. We're good. We're good. There we go. Almost. There we go.
So now that I've overseen the apprentice, make sure he does a good job. We're ready to go back in there. It's gonna slide in just like butter, just like that. Perfect.
Right? So
No, don't tighten it up.
What do you want me to do?
Just adjust it so that it's proper.
Shit.
I don't have any top tips. I'm out of them. I learned that conditioner makes my hair look really nice in these lights.
That's boring, man.
No, it's not.